President may sign that sweeping tax bill into law today, according to a senior administration official. This a day after the president celebrated passing what he calls the largest tax cut in this country's history. Meantime, on Capitol Hill, lawmakers also managing to avoid a government shutdown that had been set for midnight tonight by passing a stopgap funding measure, keeping the government running through January 19th, and pushing showdowns over spending, immigration, and national security into the new year. Lee Carter, your reaction. Will the discussion over the holidays between now and the new year be positive, you think?
I'm not sure that it's going to be positive. What I've been hearing from voters is that they're confused. They don't really know what's in the plan. The Democrat talking points of this really benefiting the wealthy and not benefiting the middle class and the lower classes is one that's really getting traction. And so people are confused saying, wait, on the one hand, Democrats are saying this. On the other hand, Republicans are saying this. I think a lot of people are fighting about it. And people don't know where to go for information. So I think there's going to be a lot of heated conversations over the holidays between people who love it and people who hate it. And, overall, I know it's a big victory down in D.C. for the Republicans, but they're going to have to continue to sell this plan throughout next year because the Democrats are really using a wedge and saying, listen, the Republicans are out to get you guys. They're only out for themselves and their friends.
Nancy Pelosi has even ratcheted up the rhetoric. If that
Absolutely.
was possible.
How is that possible?
Armageddon, was it the end of the world?
Mm-hmm.
And then she was telling the story about Tiny Tim. And then Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
That was the
From
latest
Armageddon.
one.
It was. That's going to be their rhetoric. What's going to matter here is what actually happens to people.
That's right.
What happens to their income, what happens to their wages, what happens to jobs coming back or not. Look at Obamacare. I mean, the Democrats sold the heck out of that in 2009, and then they paid the price for it at the ballot box for the subsequent election cycles because it was a terrible bill that was rammed through without. First of all, they sold it as saving you money and keeping your doctor, and the exact opposite happened. So what is going to matter is what actually happens, and that will play out. In the meantime, Republicans have to message this in a disciplined way. You keep your money. That's how we see it. You keep more of your money.
Well, they're going to see that, Mike. Quite frankly, we've said this before, but I'm going to keep repeating it. More than 80% of people, at least in the first year, get a tax cut. 80% or more. About 5% of people will see their taxes go up. 5%. That's it. That translates into more positive feeling, good feelings about this bill, at least in the short run.
There's going to be a show me situation here still, where people are going to have to say, is there a real impact here? The big impact is going to be felt if these corporate tax cuts and if these cuts on the higher earners who start small businesses filter through. Is it going to mean higher wages? Is it going to mean more capital spending? Are these GDP numbers going to go up? Are these wage numbers going to go up? If so, it's going to be great.
Look,
I'll say that. I'll say that that's what's going to happen.
The Wall Street Journal,
but we have to see how that works.
The Wall Street Journal points out that the real heavy lift comes from businesses, and we've seen a handful. We covered this yesterday, whether it was Comcast, AT&T handing out bonuses, $1,000 to 300,000 people in this country. Fifth Third Bancorp, Wells Fargo, $15 minimum wage, some bonuses from Fifth Third. Boeing says it's going to spend hundreds of millions of extra dollars, $1 billion from AT&T. But the message from the Democratic Party going into 2018 is, as the Wall Street Journal writes today, comes down to running against the tax bill almost entirely on the basis of its poor opinion poll numbers. That is not sound politics.
But listen, the bottom line is this. Products don't sell themselves. A lot of this is a story that people are telling. And right now, yes, the president has a great disciplined message, but not everybody is consistently telling it. There's been a lot of debate between the Republicans, knocking it down in the whole lead up to this. And so there's a lot of confusion out there about it. So it's going to take a while for people to feel the benefits of it. And that might even be until after the election next year. And so the bottom line is it's a story that people are telling. And so the Republicans need to be out there getting people to understand what's in it for them.
But the backdrop right now is a stock market at near all-time highs and an economy that is growing faster than one quarter after another of 3%.
That is the reality, but perception is reality. So people who were worried, who have been hurt before by the stock market bubbles, are concerned. Is this real? Is this going to continue? And so despite the fact that there's so much momentum and people are feeling more confident about the economy, there's still this unease and this worry that the Democrats are really messaging on and preying on with the people.
Thanks to, as the Journal writes, months of negative media spin.
No question.
But the entire media. Yeah.
Literally, the entire media. It's only recently, by the way, that you've seen some articles that are giving President Trump a victory on this.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, to momentarily.
This data has to keep getting better. The wage data has to get better. It's actually, wages were up, average hourly earnings were up 2.9% right before, in the month right before Trump took office. They haven't hit that level again. They're stuck in this 2.3 to 2.5%
Yeah, but inflation's still low enough that their purchasing power is still better. I'm just saying that optimism's at a 17-year high.
That's got to get above 3%. So the clock's ticking. Let's see if it works.